And you will notice too, this will not only attract the most divine, intimate, romantic relationships for you, but also the best friendships. Blessings, beautiful beings. As always, it is truly an honor to connect with you. Thank you for tuning in. I am so excited for this video because it's one that I have gotten requested by many of you many times over the years. And as I have recently gone public that I am in a relationship, people are like, oh my God, I knew it. Like you are into relationships too. And I'm like, yes, I do have relationships and I also interact in this way with people. However, although I share so much of my life on social media, there are some things that I like to keep secret. And relationships and my partnerships have been one of those things. Yet at the same time, I'm seeing how so many of you are requesting this and how helpful it would be to share along this topic and how to align yourself, adjust yourself to attract or manifest a right partner, someone who is resonant to your frequency, complementary to you, and not just to be attracted to like karmic relationships or like keep manifesting different patterns and cycles in different relationships. And it also feels like it's divine timing talking about this topic now because as so many people are awakening on the planet, as this shift in consciousness is continuing to increase and more people are like, oh wow, there is more beyond the material realm, and we already know the spiel. And in result, more people are raising their frequency. Therefore, it is easier to attract and to align yourself to your tribe, to people who are resonant to you, those who will support you, who will encourage you, who will help you along your journey and are actually soul meant for you. It's really a thing and everyone deserves this. So I feel like, yeah, this is all necessary. And by the way, if you are new to the channel, welcome to the Activation Vibration. My name is Heather and there are lots more epic topics similar and very different to this one. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and I look forward to seeing you again. And if you are returning, what's up? Welcome. I love you. You already know the deal and let's get into it. All right, so the first thing to do to attract and manifest the most divine relationship for you is to create a list. Now, you may have heard of this before, but this is so important because it's not just about like you writing it out, like this is what I want. It's actually about you getting really clear and recognizing, becoming resonant to the frequency of that which you want to attract. So you not only experience it yourself and call it into your life so that you are at the frequency to attract it to yourself, but also so you can properly recognize it and being attracted to that frequency rather than being distracted or attracted to something that is more distorted or a toxic or a trauma or a karmic bond that again, we are going beyond. Getting clear about who and what it is that you are calling in. And not to mention the power of doing this, it is so incredibly powerful. I mean, you can manifest specific things. And of course, in order to actually attract the most divine thing for you beyond what your human or your mind may think, it's better to be more general when writing these things. However, also be specific as to how you want to feel, the qualities, the morals, the values, the different things that you truly cherish and you feel are necessary, helpful, and supportive to you and your partnership. And have fun with it. Enjoy it. As you are writing these things out, allow yourself to truly feel how exciting and how good, how nourishing it feels to experience this in a partner, in partnership, through yourself, with yourself. Activate that frequency because that frequency doesn't go away. The more you activate that frequency of resonance, happiness, gratitude, even if it is a little bit in advance, the more you resonate with it, the more you familiarize yourself with it and you get used to it. Therefore, you embody it, you emit it, and therefore the universe reflects it. Do not underestimate the power and the potency of feeling things, of allowing yourself to cellularly, physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically feel and emit things. Again, we are creating our realities within every single moment. So get into this. Like, again, as you're writing it out, be like, ooh, yeah, and this. Ooh, and this, and it feels so good. Marinate in that energy. Nourish yourself with it. And the next thing to do to attract the most divine relationship for you is to raise your frequency. Activate your vibration, literally. And now, what does that even mean for you? Get clear on this too. What is your most divine version of yourself doing? Are they passionate? Are they creating? Are they existing, enjoying? Are they relaxing? Are they channeling creativity effortlessly? Are they abundant and overflowing with love and receiving so much love in return? That they is you. Be that now. And now don't just listen to these words, like actually think to yourself, like, how can I take steps to be more passionate, to follow my passion, to do the things that I love and that make me glow, that raise my frequency, that make me happy, that in result benefit everyone I come in contact with. Get clear on it and connect to it now. If there is something that you know you can shift in order to be in a higher frequency, focus on that. Tend to that, love that as you would a lover. Putting yourself in that frequency by giving it to yourself and also feeling it, emitting it. Because when it is divine, it is complementary, it is mutually beneficial. As we give and as we receive, it nourishes us both ways. So don't wait, attune yourself to it now. How can you give that to yourself? How can you love yourself more? How can you attune to the frequency of love and raise your frequency through it? And again, in order to attract and manifest the relationship that is actually most beneficial, helpful, harmonious, and supportive for you, again, beyond what our human mind constructs may think is right for us, we must take it a step back to cut ties with, complete, appreciate, acknowledge all of the relationships that we have had in the past. Get vulnerable with yourself and tap into an even deeper layer within. And ask yourself, are there certain things that you are holding on to from something that someone did to you, from a past relationship, something that you did? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it betrayal? Are there conversations that need to be had? Perhaps apologies? And now maybe this isn't even possible to do with a past relationship or a past partner on an actual material level in this realm. Perhaps you cannot contact them. They're a narcissist, it's toxic, whatever it is, and you cannot contact them. You know that it'll just be activating that flame again. Don't necessarily do it with them. Instead, do it with their higher self. Have a conversation with them, maybe even write them a letter to their higher self and read it out loud. And if you do have the opportunity to actually say this to that person, that is even better. There's truly such a power and an energy that comes from healing our past relationships so that we can fully complete them, not only on a conscious level, but on a deep subconscious level. Perhaps there are parts of your heart that still need closure or clarity in a way. Give this to yourself, again, perhaps through communicating with your past relationships or with your higher self and with their higher self, as if you would in conversation with them, and fully let it go. Declare to yourself through this that you are done with this, you are complete with this, and you are ready to attract relationships that are most harmonious, helpful, and beneficial to you. And you will. And the last thing that I'm sharing with you that I feel is so important and helpful in attracting the most divine complementary relationship for you is to put yourself in the relationship here and now. Now, I kind of talked about this before, but doing and giving to yourself what you want to experience from the relationship. Romanticizing your life, taking yourself out on dates, or doing things that you want to do with your partner, and even that you want your partner to do for you. Maybe it is a rose petal candlelit bath. Maybe it's going on adventures and hiking and jumping into an ocean. Do you want to travel with your partner? Then take yourself on the trips. Fill your cup in order to be able to overflow another's cup and attract someone who is also full by nourishing and giving this to yourself. Again, as you attune to this frequency and you experience these things, you will attract someone who is also resonant with this, who is also doing these things. It's like one thing if you're like, oh, I want a partner to be able to do this with, but it's another thing if you're like, I want to do this with a partner, and you just never do it. You just never do it. It's like, what? Not even a little? That's not fair. That's not fair to you. Because even with that, you want it because you resonate with it. It's most likely something that is true and natural to you, something that is within you. So start there and do it now. Make this a priority. Make it a thing where you consistently do the things that you want to experience. Even if it's just to a little degree, put yourself in the frequency. Because again, as we know, as we make ourselves and our happiness, the things that we value a priority, we are made a priority, and those things are also made a priority by our loved ones, by those in our reality. And again, we attract people who also prioritize those things. And you will notice too, this will not only attract the most divine intimate romantic relationships for you, but also the best friendships. The soul friends who just get you, who you feel like you have known for lifetimes, where it's like, oh, you're one of the reasons why I agreed to come back to this planet. Like, we planned to meet up. Like, thank you, I love you. And everyone on Earth has multiple of those people that are also existing here on Earth right now. And everyone deserves to be connected to and have a tribe of resonant, supportive loved ones. So that's the frequency, that's the reality we are attuning to, that we are all deserving of, and amplifying it to all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope these things helped. As always, infinite blessings to you. And so it is.